All right, so no more karma, and the rel priority absolutely through the roof for I have no idea what reason.
Possibility. Could Poppy flex the rel? Can always play Poppy something.
Always looked to.
Draven just blinded? Draven Renata just blinded? Well, I guess you see the Ezreal, and you're pretty not worried about fucking Blitzcrank Ezreal. What a terrible lane combination. So they go back to the Ezreal and the Ashe one more time. Trying to provide that poke damage. Wait, okay, so are you just going to pick Azir here? No, Corki. Okay, finally we get the Corki back. He's been conspicuously absent last couple weeks. All right, so it will be the new AD Twisted Fate in the mid lane up against Corki. And that is a great pick, guys. That is a great pick to round things out. Ornn is going to be huge value in the late game against SK's composition. You know, Ornn against relatively low range. Like, all of these champions are relatively low range. Even TF, right? TF is not very good at consistently auto-attacking. He's more about split pushing and then TPing to provide you a man advantage, right? He's more about creating picks and map pressure, even with the new AD builds. Isn't Ashe really good into Draven Renata? Yes, because you poke them in, right? And you need jungler intervention in order to actually have kill pressure, because they can kite you indefinitely with the Ashe. Plus, you know, you when you're playing Renata, oftentimes you want to play kind of in the front line because you're looking for a chance to use your ult, and that allows Ashe just to arrow you super easily. Ornn is a really good pick here, though. You have good survivability in lane against the Rumble.
He bought some packs. It's a Magic Gathering player.
And the scaling is huge, right? The scaling is huge. With Corki Ornn, there's no way you actually are going to kill them late if you're SK.
With the heal on Jun this time instead of the barrier and the heal on Noah, as we saw in game number 2.
I think I like this more personally. Just because it kind of
this is an absolute fiesta of a game. Oh, it's a party?
And in game 2, he had to deal with a hook, but you can buffer E out of the hook. Whereas if you buffer E out of a stun, you still get stunned by the gold card. And the handshake obviously can pull you back. And then there's the hostile takeover for the Berserk. Nisqy tried to trade in here. He's got fleet footwork. Humanoid with a Gatling gun trying to rattle through. But the red card from Nisqy means that...
Man, it's been a while since we've seen a TF Corki matchup in the mid lane.
Getting him a decent amount of gold there. And Humanoid with a very nice trade.
Dawson extra kick already, feeling the brunt here.
ADTF Nisqy?
Yeah, of course it is.
You take relatively commonly with a Dawn's Blade start in lane just for the extra harass with your autos.
Just throwing the idea out there.
I mean, it definitely could be because you have the AP threat from top, right? So if you have Irrelevant as your only AP threat, then it means that his damage will stick even more, and he has been consistently getting leads in these games. So
also, I just think ADTF is such a nuisance. We got to
ADTF was changed on 14.2, guys, so it's definitely going to be the ADTF here.
But as a champion, it's very obnoxious to deal with.
Do you remember what year you would have had the Lollipoppy discussion on broadcast with Doa? It was pre-rework. I have no idea.
Also spots the fact he hasn't started pathing over to his top side, so they know Ismo is looking at something on this bot side of the map.
Razok will be spotted on a ward. He has his eyes set.
I mean, how does Draven live? You know, how does Draven live in this composition from SK? Like, he should never do anything, because by the time we hit 2-3 items on Corki, he's just going to be eating rockets. Like, he could get Ashe ulted, he gets Corki rocketed, he gets Ornn ulted, he gets Vi ulted. This is actually unplayable for Draven, I think.
Demonstrated this in game 1. They're looking to
it's just an unplayable game.
Isma's in a position to answer.
How quickly can he get there? He's going to mount up, try to get across in time. Dive hasn't started yet. Irrelevant winning out on this trade. Oscar in it. Being burnt down as Razok turns his attention over to the Rel.
There's not much for Razok to take here, though. The person who's
the sexual thrills of Lollipoppy. You need a clip of me saying that.
Of the lane. He's cautious of the fact of a potential gank, but also acknowledges
How come the
it's a big
pros
wave
never
that he
play
can run
Lollipoppy,
against the
guys?
catch, so the likelihood of him getting ganked here
So disappointing. How come Lollipoppy's never for sale in the store?
right now. I was also just thinking more about it. You know, the Twisted Fate
Doesn't ADTF have the same problems as Draven here? Yes, he absolutely does. He's low range. Yeah. That's why I think the Ornn pick is super good. You basically are going to have to split push with the TF and create picks with this composition. You cannot fight a 5v5 once you get to like 2 items if you're SK.
I think he's dead here, Medic.
I think he might be as well. Now, he does have tools to escape. He puts down the pillar. He'll flash forward, land a double knocker, but no one tanking the tower yet. And now, Isma dives in to tank the turret.
Well,
Oscar is dead. Tools to
so
escape.
Oscar, you need them to take aggro before you do this, because otherwise you just use flash and then they wait until you die. So you actually just wasted flash for no reason.
To get that kill.
The idea was really good there from Oscar. I think it was just a little too early, right? You highlighted it. It was the fact that no one actually had the aggro yet. Even though he gets a 2-man knockup, no one's in any real danger. So they wait, and they make the play happen. First blood over to SK. Doss is tiered just to be a nuisance, likely helping.
Top is over now. Well, at least Oscar got most of that wave and most of the XP, so it's not so bad.
Depends on how you want to play the wave there, right? You don't really want to push it in too far.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been a good play, but you have to have more patience.
The stack would have pushed it back out. Importantly, while the kill happened in the top lane, Razork went in, stole a blue, stole that top side scuttle crab.
This series was one of the funniest matches I've ever watched. Oh boy.
Isma will realize that as he passes down towards this bottom lane, but he might just look for Humanoid. Nisqy steps forward. Humanoid has the Valkyrie, and he'll use it to escape.
So no one in any real danger. The waves will continue to farm. Isma is looking for something. He's spending a lot of time wandering the map. Perhaps he can get this Gromp respawn.
Every day we stray away from the Yordhole's light.
Okay, no, he's committing to it.
Try and pull it down away from where Razork would be.
The light just streaming out of Corky's Yordhole.
But here's Razork looking for his own Gromp. He's like, hang on a minute.
Does anyone have a chat have a Yordhole emote? What would a Yordhole emote be, guys? Where I wouldn't get banned from Twitch.
So should just work his way back down. Maybe goes for his Krugs. His topside camps haven't really been farmed at all. His Gromp and his Wolves still available to him, but only be level 1.
I mean, if you guys can come up with an idea that doesn't get me banned.
That's what they're looking for. The level 6 has been hit. Here comes the ult. Here comes the dive.
So Razork's on his way. They'll go for Jin because he doesn't have cleanse. There's the gold card. There's the lockup. Exekick running past as well.
You guys think about that one
The level 6 has been hit. Here
while I
comes
watch
the
this
ult. Here
game.
comes the dive.
So Razork's on his way.
All right, how does this actually happen in the bot side?
That little bit of safety too.
I was watching the wave state and bot, so it looks like it's
Not much for Razork.
third wave crash into recall, allows the push back out.
Isma is looking for something.
Yeah, it's just interesting that there's no coverage here when this wave takes a very long time to push back over to them, and they should be expecting aggression in the bot side. Like, the fact that Vi is not covering on the crash right now is kind of weird. Okay. So he is. Okay, so you know where everybody is. And we are recalling. We are recalling. We are recalling off of that.
Should just work his way back down. Maybe goes for his Krugs. His topside camps haven't really been farmed at all. His Gromp and his Wolves still available to him, but only be level 1. They're gonna try and dive. No,
they know that pink ward is there.
Bot side of the map. Twisted Fate of level 6. That's what they're looking for. The level 6 has been hit. Here comes the ult. Here comes the dive.
So Razork's on his way. They'll go for Jun because he doesn't have cleanse. There's the gold card. There's the lockup. Exekick running past as well. And Jun
Nice job. Really good execution. Right on 6 from the TF. Nice handshake.
Falling again. Exa dies to the tower. Doss dies to the auto. Nisqy almost falls to a missile barrage from the side. In the end, a 2 for 2.
The good news for SK.
Good reaction from Humanoid, though.
So he is able to take advantage of the cash stack. The bad news is that
Do we have SI later today? Yes, we do.
And the people that got the kills.
Bad news for Oscar in here, by the way. The equalizer's down and Irrelevant's going to burn him out.
Solo kill.
Yeah.
Irrelevant has just had Oscar Rinnen's number in this series. And he's doing it again here in game 3. with the Rumble advantage. 1k gold lead now for the top laner of SK. But we look back at this play. Very well executed overall from SK. You called it, Medic. The focus onto the support because there's lack of cleanse gets that initial cash out. Great start for SK. Now they need to get out. DOS tanked a lot of tower shots. He can't really offer that much more assistance. But you can see Razok just trying to buy time as SK's able to get a kill back.
He's gonna splash though.
To secure that out. DOS tanked a lot of tower shots. He can't really offer that much more assistance. But you can see Razok just trying to buy time as SK's able to get.
Oh, that was Humanoid Splash, never mind.
Humanoid and Noah able to secure that kill onto Exakick, with DOS only buying a little bit more time with his skills.
Oh, fight in the mid lane happening right now. DOS getting chunked away. Handshake out. Humanoid running low on mana. Won't have too many missiles in the chamber. Niski falling short here, though. The gold card into the bailout. Will it be enough?
Oh, he kept the flash.
Flashes through another kill. 1 for 1 so far, but now Jun is in the midst
Bailout.
of and he'll fall.
Nice.
Coming in from the side as well. No equalizer for him. Razok, no flash, and with Exakick on his way, there's the gold card, and Razok will burn. They'll give it to Exa if
Surely.
they can.
Ooh. All right. So SK actually playing around the man advantage that they have, right? This is how you want to play the composition. Never, ever, ever play without the man advantage.
That comes out, the first stun card to buy a little bit of time. Then Jun and Humanoid turn their attention onto Niski, but the bailout buys them enough time with the arrival of Isma to actually get the kill.
Bailout huge there.
Niski back to life. While Razok does get that kill onto DOS, they realize with the numbers advantage of Irrelevant joining the fray, they're forced to run away. And it's all
so they cleanly snowball their lead. It's really hard to play this composition, guys. Like SK's comp, even with the lead, you know, you can't let them have 2 items. Like the scaling, basically, like when you get to front-to-back team fighting, if they opt into that experience, TF and Draven can't do anything. You know, it's 2,500 gold though, so it's quite a bit, and they're winning in all their lanes. But scaling, you know, Fnatic really gonna have some pretty good time with that.
This Draven is super strong as well. Hasn't quite yet completed an item, but no one has. Sitting on the highest amount of gold so far in this game. The Fnatic faithful still stand strong. But you can see how this early game is getting very scary for them. They're relying on their scaling. The range is the big thing that we talked about.
So after, you know, after plates go down, okay, they continue this dive. Very nice.
Meeting his maker. Call to the Forge God from Moscow in, and he's low though.
I mean, it doesn't really matter if Exakick dies now.
Once again for the good of the team. It's trying to jump away. The season desist into Magnet Storm will end this up being a 2-for-1 in favor of Fnatic.
Yeah, you force TP though, and you're getting plates in top side, so
but it means more gold for Irrelevant in the top lane.
It's definitely not terrible.
Very scary, very quickly. But Fnatic
pretty late first Drake in this game.
Themselves a dragon. In terms of objectives, they're in a good spot. Noah going to grab himself a plate as well. You look at the gold difference between the 80 carries. It's 3-3 in kills, only an 83 difference. So Fnatic definitely not down and out just yet. The only real problem is this Rumble in the top lane in the immediate future.
Noah might be in a little bit of a sticky situation as Isma looks for the chase. Noah will hold the E for as long as possible. Still gets stunned. There's a knock-up. There's the gold card as well. Noah flashes away.
Had to use EN flash to get out. You can see the problems, like the pick potential and single target CC is really huge on the side of SK. Now they've flipped the TF to the bot side. It's all really good for SK so far.
Exakick has been sent over to mid. Twisted Fate hangs around the bot side of the map. It looks like it will be this AD Twisted Fate based on his build path.
Basically, from now on, you can kind of push up with Rumble on the top side, push this out for now, and then everybody resets, and at 14 minutes, you have Rumble in the bot side with TP. You move Twisted Fate up to top so everybody can instantly collapse. Okay, so he needs to go top now. Look, it's like I said, guys, these lane assignments are good. They're doing exactly the right thing.
Towards the soul a little bit quicker. We saw Isma trying to get that dragon earlier on and wasn't able to secure it because of the fight in mid.
Now, if you are a Fnatic fan, the good news for you is that your comp is supposed to be weak. at this point in the game.
Sure.
To be at a deficit shouldn't come as too much of a surprise. It's all about mitigating that deficit as much as possible. And to Fnatic's credit, they've done just that. You look at the mid lane, you look at the bot lane, they're in very comfortable positions. They're keeping on par in terms of the itemization.
All good lane assignments from SK.
Matching in terms of kills,
Trying to play around.
impact,
Herald spawn in a minute and a half.
Niski every time he's tried to make a play in bot. As we mentioned, the only big problem is irrelevant.
So they're going to try and find some openings potentially for Niski.
Tries to mount up and get away. Niski's here though. Flash from Isma. Corner of the Forge got
Okay, actually that's super good because you traded Flash, but you actually get Ornult out. And Ornult's not going to be
Irrelevant does have TP as well, and there we go. Stun card
up for this fight.
no cleanse available for him right now. The whirling death landing onto all four members. Exit kick falls
Yep.
low.
Yep.
Oh, they bring it back in time. They just had to kill Razork.
Feels super good. You love to see it. They're all going to die. Humanoid, that was a very short and sad Valkyrie. Okay, so they all die because they opt into a really bad engagement.
12 minutes into the game, a triple kill secured for Irrelevant, and the
players and the tries to mount up and get away.
I don't know why you opt into this when you know that you don't have Asher or Ornult anymore. Right, you don't get anything. Immediate movement from Niski, flash forward, gold cards. Noah just chain CC'd. Great Draven ult. Questionable Rumble ult. And Draven cashes in before he dies. This is all going perfect for SK, honestly. Here's your emotes. I can't open Imgur links while I'm on VPN. Imgur doesn't let me do it.
And the play out we were just talking about that Fnatic wanted to avoid, they run headfirst into. They tried to make a dive happen on the top side of the map. SK's bot lane.
It's all going perfect for SK. It is. I mean, this is what you want. They use two of their forms of primary engage here. All they have is a Vi ult after that. Instant reaction. Great flash gold card from Niski. Noah actually gets hit by the Renata ult, and so he walks onto Equalizer as a result. This is a great fight by SK. Really good turn.
The initial upfront damage, Fnatic get a few picks back, but the Rumble gets a triple kill.
Just gets stronger and stronger. You could see Noah was trying to get back into the fight and accidentally stepped on the Equalizer, slowing him, allowing the chase to continue for SK. And now 3,000 gold ahead. And look for these grubs, will be 3 apiece between the two teams. Drake up in a minute 30. But Irrelevant has a needlessly large rod and a Leandries. He is absolutely shredding through Fnatic. They don't have a dedicated tank outside of Oscariden, and Oscariden fell so far behind in the lane that he's not going to be tanky for a while. Arrow comes out, goes wide as Niski dodges away. Razork should be able to steal this.
I mean, I know how Niski is in these. You can only have so many good Niski plays. So here's the thing about Niski. Here's the thing about Niski, guys, is that he's like the Twisted Fate passive. It's not true RNG. You know, it's loaded, or it's like crits in League of Legends. The longer he goes without inting, the higher potential his int goes up. So he hasn't inted yet. So his int potential is absolutely enormous right now. He's about to have a critical int.
They've even brought Irrelevant down from top lane into mid. Looks like he's stealing away Raptors and setting up for a potential dive onto Judd. No flash, remember, on this support.
No, we'll come across as well. Now, Fnatic should be very verbal in their comms right now, saying, hey guys, we haven't seen Irrelevant in a good 45 seconds.
That's correct.
So they wait until there's not too much of a minion wave left, and then they clear it out. The Dragon up in 30 seconds time. The resets begin for SK. Bot support going to back away.
Okay, we have another Twisted Fate up ult now. Surely it should be pretty easy. Now, I think you probably want to take Herald in this instance if you're SK, as opposed to Drake. Drake is really late in this game anyway. And you want pressure and to accelerate this game because, you know, they have package right now. Better to just avoid it and take as much gold as you can to snowball off of gold.
Fnatic securing this one, it just gives them a lot of time to scale, which SK don't want.
Yeah.
They want to force Fnatic into these fights now. Right? This is where they have this massive lead. They know that they are way stronger, but they're going to concede it. They're going to use this Herald, which I definitely don't think is a bad trade by all means. You can use this Herald to open up mid lane and start forcing more of these mid-game plays. I'm just a little worried for SK in terms of being able to force the fights that they want now that Fnatic find themselves with 2 dragons. We'll see how it goes though. Fnatic will also secure that bot tier 1. The Herald now unlocked for SK.
Humanoid also had the passive through that whole sequence of events, just used it in the bottom lane after the tower went down, so maybe SK just respecting the fact that they didn't really want to fight into
the TF build is a bad pick if it builds static for wave clear. Yeah, you do have to have wave clear with this composition because otherwise you just have Draven autos and you have Equalizer. So the static shift is kind of necessary to put on pressure. But it doesn't matter if you take static shift if you're constantly making, you know, multi-man plays like this. All right. Okay, leave. Leave. Do not fight. Yeah, leave. You got ults though. You got a TP out of that side. You're pushing mid, so it's not disastrous. You still have Equalizer to clear out the wave in top lane if you need it. So I don't think they can take this turret as long as you use Equalizer. You please use Equalizer. Please, irrelevant, please. Okay, there's no mini wave. Never mind. Never mind. It's actually that's actually okay. That's actually okay. As weird as it sounds.
Look back at it. You can see the arrow coming out from Jun. Oscar knows what's about to happen. And the turret aggro does connect onto Isma.
How did Isma get turret aggro there?
Look back at it. You can see the arrow coming out from Jun. Oscar knows what's about to happen. And the turret aggro does connect onto Isma. Really nice ultimate comes through from Oscar Rinin as well.
Still 3 minutes.
Oh, he has bombies. That's how he did it.
Before Baron does spawn.
He has bombies.
2,500 gold lead for SK. They are in the driver's seat of this game, but I won't say all the seatbelts are fastened. Still a little bit precarious for them if things continue on their current trajectory. Winner of this obviously plays up against Mad Lions Koi on Friday.
BB took Kraken and had decent wave clear. No, that's not your win condition here. Look, if you're fighting a front-to-back team fight against an Ornn with this composition, with Rumble, TF, Draven, you've already lost the game. But you can't do that. It doesn't matter what you build. The range of TF is just too short. Like, I think AD TF, you know, you have to think of it more as a CC bot, right, that can TP, and it gives you vision for picks. You're not actually trying to fight in a team fight.
The big thing about that last play that happened is obviously Oscar Rinin is behind in gold.
Crazy that Humanoid is even with gold with TF. Well, here's why. He went tier Cull. He went tier Cull this game because he knew there wasn't going to be any kind of pressure from the TF on him. All the pressure would be on the side lanes. So he's even in gold because he completed Cull. I skip watching this live so I can watch Monty. Very good, Mix05. You're learning the best way to watch League of Legends, which is not live with all the pauses and breaks, but efficiently with great analysis on my stream.
Its whole purpose is to shred through armor.
Magic penetration is through magic, it's not armor. But yes.
Yeah, Corky's also been splitting.
Magic armor. I meant the magical kind. Wait, hang on. Isma face checks.
Arrow goes wide. Isma has flash, can dash this wall.
Oh, no. He got knocked up, so he did flash, and then he dies anyway.
Call of the Forge God as Fnatic start to pray for a good fight today. Irrelevant puts the equalizer down. Oscar in diving forward. Hostile takeover, not enough, but extra kick might be as Humanoid falls low. Okay,
you can't fight this after that guy goes down, by the way. This is not what your composition does. This is not what your composition does, SK. That guy dies, it's Jover. It's Jover. You cannot keep fighting. Leave. 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 Do not go in. Stop trying to fight them. Nobody can kill Ornn. Oscar Rinin plays that fight really well. He plays that fight really well, guys.
You feel the momentum shifting.
Do you have spoilers before you watch these? I know who wins. Sometimes I don't know who wins what game, even though if I know the overall score. Like, I know that SK loses this game because the score was 2-1 Fnatic, but I haven't looked at picks, like pick ban, and I haven't looked at, you know, any information. So I'm pretty much, I know the results, but that's all I know. So like game 1 in this series, I didn't know who won game 1. Obviously, when I saw SK win game 1, I knew Fnatic won 2 and 3.
Doing a lot of work on the back line, but it wasn't quite enough.
Thanks for watching, Mick05. I appreciate you. And I appreciate all the people subbing who have yet to sub. Truly, I appreciate you the most. People yet to sub.
The gold gap is very quickly closing.
And just much more of a death ball coming out from Fnatic than SK. SK was split to the winds. And that gold lead beginning to shrink a little bit, down to 1,500. Fnatic can give this Drake. It's up in 30 seconds, but they don't really care. They've already got to their names. SK, you know, you'll try and set something up around here in case Fnatic
They say peer pressure doesn't work. Usually I can guilt people.
Attention to the dragon spawning, but Fnatic can just play through mid. Catch that next mid wave.
For I swear you don't age. Yeah, I know. Living the easy life, staying handsome. I'm actually just getting better looking. It's OP.
Yeah, Fnatic want to fight this. They feel strong.
Doss's hostile takeover not up yet. Isma on the front line. Big damage from the whirling. Death Isma lands the stun onto Razork. Irrelevant. Trying to find a good equalizer. The arrow going down once again. The equalizer comes out and Jun will burn. Isma now in the midst of 3. The hostile takeover finds 2 as Noah has to dash away across the wall. Razork caught in the middle as Isma's brought back to life. Comes out and Jun will burn.
Knowing who wins influences certain pick ban opinions. No, I mean, look, is it happening the way I said it was going to happen or not? Like, SK has gotten some really big advantages and can play pick comps, but they are going to have problems, you know, frontlining against some of this. This is actually very good, though, because they prevent Oscarinen from getting his R2 off, right? Because they CC him. If he gets an R2 here, he's like slightly late. You saw him dash forward. They might just, you know, destroy this entire team fight. But the threat is still going to be there, guys, because the quirky late game damage, once it comes in, is going to be absolutely massive, and they just can't step up.
So still a one fight for SK. You can see the damage is still very much real on the side of SK. Fnatic feeling confident after that play, can't quite find the fight that they want, but they get the objective. They find themselves now at the sole point.
Thank you, Detail1. Appreciate your Twitch Prime sub.
They know that Nisqy still has his ultimate, so they're going to choose to back. Oh wait, TP invested from Irrelevant.
The thing is, they saw that Humanoid and Noah didn't like instant reset after the Drake. So maybe they're thinking, hey, they're not on their reset. Can we just really rush this Baron down? We're going to do a lot of damage to it. Exakick strong, Irrelevant strong as soon as he joins the fight.
He has to be suspicious.
Jun steps forward. Obviously he's suspicious, but SK are doing their best.
They don't have TP on Oscarinen, though, so...
The Destiny comes out. Razor's going to try and get into steal, but he's only got the blast cone, and Nisqy's there to stop.
It's a nice
him.
Baron.
The true shot barrage will not be
It's a super nice Baron by SK. I'm actually really surprised they lose this game. They've had some whoopsies, but for the most part, they've played out their lead pretty nicely.
All from the fact that Humanoid and Noah choosing to stay in mid to go for that extra presence, and it's just a great time.
Bye, Mr. Cupcake.
People on Fnatic still need to respawn, need to come back out onto the map. We go all the way back to the fight. And it's this chain CC that connects onto Isma, but look at the damage that still comes out from the Draven. Great chip to start things off.
But it's not it's not reliable to think you're going to be able to stop the Ornn ult every single time, right?
Damage that still comes out from the Draven. Great chip to start things off. At this point, Fnatic say go, 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 but that re-engage onto...
Ah, you see Oscarinen goes forward right there, just barely misses it. Steve X Gaming, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. No thank you to the rest of you. Freeloading. Off poor Monty's hard work every day in the streaming mines for you. Mining you gold nuggets of League of Legends wisdom. You won't even support Monty and his family. It's so sad.
You felt his presence.
You really have.
You can't, incredible performance this split.
Just waiting for Monty's Hylissang reactions in the next series for your own entertainment.
That's true. Shaking them, trying to find out what's inside as Dots lands the handshake onto Razork. The gold card to the follow-up, and Razork's locked up. Equalizer down. Hostile takeover used. A lot invested by SK to kill the enemy.
Now they
Have a
can
wave
siege.
pushing in mid.
Now they can see
Sending thoughts and prayers.
melt through this tower. The stun comes on.
Ah, too funny.
But he has his team to defend him. Another tower gets unlocked. SK now playing it safe, choosing to reset.
Bro owns a house in LA. Hey, I'm trying to not own a house in LA, okay? I would really not like to not own a house in LA.
Quite a lot out of this Baron, though.
Stupid mortgage rates preventing me from selling it.
In the mid lane, they snuck it away. They have 2,000 gold out of it right now, but if we get towards the next Drake, well, then they kind of have to fight that because it's so
If Timo's anus is allowed into your Discord general chat, yeah, it's fine.
That's another 5 minutes that Fnatic get to scale, and they'll be at 4 items on Noah instead of
Can't
just
sell it. It's just been off market for a while because I want to sell it for more money. And mortgage interest rates are preventing me from doing the thing I want to do right now. All right, so they're trying to actually just use the Baron buff into the top side here, but they're not actually all there. Engage, primary engage, absolutely huge too. So there you go. Don't have an Ash Arrow, but that's a nice engage by Oskernin.
Into the double stun, irrelevant, no equalizer for him. The chase continues here from Fnatic. A good handshake will pull them back. Razzle falls first. Arrow onto Isma. The re-engage possibility.
V Crimson Soul. Thank you for your Twitch Prime sub.
Left corner, it's almost back up, and there it goes. The whirling death on 2. As irrelevant flashes forward, pops a stopwatch, and pops Fnatic where they stand. A beautiful re-engage from SK as they wipe away Fnatic. And is that enough to close out this game?
with the Baron buff and an
Where they stand. Equalize the time of Eddie. Top left corner. It's almost back.
Great equalizer. Great equalizer, especially combo with the Draven ult onto the back line. Really well done.
A beautiful re-engage from SK as they wipe away Fnatic. And is that enough to close out this game?
with the Baron buff and an ace. They can look to try and break into the base of Fnatic. All 5 members dead. Razzle going to be alive in 10 seconds. These health bars are blinking from SK. It's going to be a close one. I think it's just going to be it's just going to be an inhibitor and a back away. But we were just singing his praises.
Thing is that Cloud Drake is incredibly strong for Fnatic.
Blessing in disguise as irrelevant lands.
Cloud Drake is crazy strong on their team comp. Like, think about Ashe, Ezreal, like speed after ulting, Corki on his first rocket, Ornn, Vi. Like, Cloud Drake is so Cloud Soul is so strong for Fnatic. It's pretty good that you stopped Dost's recall. We'll see what the timing on the Drake is.
Still believing in their squad. But we have the pro view from Irrelevant. He realizes that his team is in danger. Great ultimate from Isma to
New
lock
Yord
down.
hole clip just dropped. Oh god.
Watch this play from Irrelevant here. Waits for the right time. The pings to go in coming through. He's saying, hang on, I see an angle.
Darg 1492. Thank you.
Onto the back line. The whirling death from the Draven as well.
And they lost this game. Yeah, this game is still losable. Like I'm saying, like I keep telling you guys, the longer this game goes, the more difficult it gets for SK. Like, they have to have a pick. They have to have an advantage because fighting front to back is so fucking hard for them. You know, Corki's now 3 items. It's so scary to be fighting this Corki right now. And look at this spam just from the rockets, from the volley. Like, how do you engage this? I mean, they can't fight this from the river. Now he doesn't actually get CC'd during his R2. Cloud Soul is so fucking big for them, too. Why are these teams just never looking for a flank? Well, SK can't flank. Let's be clear. They can't. They cannot. Who's going to flank? Nobody. If they flank, they just get poked or, like, Vi ulted and die. They get Ash arrowed or they get Vi ulted. And Corki has package, so you can't flank it.
Oh, Noah has the cleanse still here. We'll use it immediately.
Niski trolls this. Holy moly, dude.
Niski thinks he can
Did he not think Noah had cleanse?
And Noah very happily accepts your
Noah has
donation.
PTA and cleanse.
Fnatic fans erupt with Niski dead. It
Dude.
just continues to buy more time for
Come
Fnatic.
on.
Crucially, Baron 40 seconds, Niski 33. A slight disconnect, but it should be enough for Niski to arrive in time. The question is, what can Fnatic do in that window? They're pushing out top. Humanoid looks like he wants to base, spend some of the money that he's picked up. But look at these items from Fnatic. Humanoid and Noah are not weak. They just need the right fight. Question is, can they find
Niski's had a very good game
this
overall.
fire-breathing monster that is
But there's
irrelevant?
always a Niski moment, man.
Still no flash on the
He can't
bottom.
hold it together for a whole game.
No cleanse for Noah, but he still has flash E, so very safe.
But yes, I'm sure somebody said Ezreal no cleanse and comms, to your point.
Ward in the back of the pit will
Chat.
give Fnatic enough
I'm
vision.
pretty sure that's what happened. I don't think he did that thinking that Ezreal had cleanse up. He probably got trolled by one of his teammates.
He's Destiny about half the way off his corner.
Who trolled him, though?
When he gets that back up,
Who trolled him?
how will SK approach this? So far, we've seen a lot of try to gain mid prio into push towards the dark side of the map. That's what happens, but Fnatic match with 4.
Ooh, that's a scary brush. Fnatic know it. They have a lot of poke to check it, though.
Double supers in the top lane. In about 25 seconds, someone's going to have to answer that.
I mean,
Likely
Oscar
Humanoid
Renan.
or Oscar. Yeah, Oscar because of
TP.
TP. You're right, Betty, but Humanoid
No,
might do it
it's-
because he's just quick.
Me looking at my old Renegade jersey.
This is to win that
Nice.
kick off cooldown.
I miss Renegades, man. What a great logo.
SK can look to force it. The top wave being cleared out. Level 16 for Humanoid is big. 3 points down, his ultimate. The Baron begins.
Package still 3 minutes away for Humanoid as well, so it's going to be a very long
I did some good work on the branding of that team.
He's going to have that back up in time. Baron down to 10,000.
Could very well be it.
Puts a little bit more damage on it. Irrelevant looking for that
Keep
flank
your eyes on
position.
Esma.
To end all tangos. He's going to have that back up in time. Baron down to 10,000.
This is desperation from
Could very
SK.
well be it.
I mean, they can't really do much more here than to try and just like take this Baron as quickly as possible while they see Humanoid.
3 points down, his ultimate. The Baron begins.
You know, Humanoid doesn't have package, and so like the question is this going to be better at any other point in time, right? They have a really slow Baron take too, but they have good Baron secure. They have good Baron secure.
Be it.
Puts a little bit more damage.
And if they don't do the Baron right now, then Fnatic is just going to muscle in, and then they try and engage while Fnatic is grouped.
No flash for him.
So it's pretty doomed.
Finds one. Noah still has the flash. The equalizer lands on 2, but Isma falls low. Redemption will bring it back up a little bit, but he's getting chunked. The big one from Humanoid.
It's over.
Alongside Noah, enough, and now Irrelevant is in the wrong side of the rift. He's burnt out by Fnatic.
Razork played that well. The Blast Cone. Humanoid, okay, a little bit too far forward into X kick there.
Noah goes
Got-
Noah's looking for more. Noah
Oh,
doesn't want it
he
to
attacked
hit.
the. Ooh, he attacked the Scryer's Bloom.
Sun card from
It's a
Niski.
bit yikes.
Misses the wild card.
good enough.
Niski's TPing. Niski's TPing.
Is he gonna try
He's trying to split push to end. He doesn't have Lich Bane.
Baron empowered recalls. Yeah, there's the TP. Can he
the
take it in
TP?
time? It's ADTF. Will he get it in time? Oscar's gonna get back. Niski gets one tower.
Why would he TP to that turret?
Not enough. The entire
Baron
Crystal Arrow
misses.
coming out as well. But Niski won't be
recalls.
able to do this. He'll take 2 Nexus towers, but the recalls come out in time.
It's a nice call by Niski, but he needs Lich Bane.
Today, double Nexus towers down as the inhib in top lane respawns.
I do like the
But the recalls come out. He gets 1 Nexus tower to get away, but he can't. The stun card, not enough.
Yeah, it's also just unfortunate that literally everybody else died on his team, and he's the only one up. Because otherwise, if you have one person stopping recalls, maybe he actually just wins the game.
The stun card, not enough. The entire Crystal Arrow coming out as well. But Niski won't be able to do this. He'll take 2 Nexus towers, but the recalls come out in time. He tries to get away, but he can't escape today.
So-
Nexus towers down as the inhib in top lane respawns.
Part of the changes that were made on 14.2, by the way, guys, is that his E, the stacks now can be consumed against structures to deal 50% damage. So he actually is a more effective split pusher. Because he gets stacks from, he gets 3 stacks on his basic attacks, and is empowered to consume them all to deal bonus magic damage, reduced to 50% against structures. So but he didn't used to be able to consume the stacks against structure. So now every 3 autos, he deals that much damage by 50%, which at level 5 is 165 plus 75% bonus AD. So it's pretty... It's a pretty big bonus. Rather have TF with Nash or Lichbane? Sure. Yeah. But it's not as bad as it used to be not to make that swap, is my point.
Good poke lands from both Humanoid and Noah. Irrelevant is separated from his team. DOS gets picked off. And Humanoid goes to the flash. He gets the flash out from Niski. He does give a lot of gold over to Exakick. But in the end, it is a victorious fight for Fnatic. And look at this, 30 seconds on the Elder. Fnatic are paranoid.
Can't backdoor the Nexus anymore. That inhibitor's back up.
Has Oscar in put a ward down? Yes, that's it. So he just went back to put a ward down so that there is a TP possibility for Humanoid. He now needs to hold on to this, given that Niski could show up at their back door at any moment.
Well,
Fnatic have control over the mid-wave.
You have empowered recalls, and he has to get through an inhibitor, so it's not quite so bad.
This is where Fnatic feels the most comfortable. Their poke damage doing good work. Arrow
onto Niski. Isma going in. Equalizer laid down by Irrelevant. They're putting so much damage down with a hostile takeover as well. 1-for-1 so far as Oscar in and flashes away. Noah trying to do everything he can. Irrelevant on the backline though.
Oh, Irrelevant?
Ticking down and he'll fall. John Low as well. Irrelevant goes out. Now Noah in a 2v1 trying to do it all for Fnatic. He's the highest health in the game, but he can't quite get the kills.
There's just no backline threat onto Noah.
Jungler for Fnatic, but Noah, Jun, and Oscar in
2 for 2. Irrelevant's damage is terrifying.
Do I follow CS too much? No, I do follow CS2.
Well. Noah knows that he can't start the Elder, but SK think that they might be able to.
Noah just wants to chip here. True shot barrage dodge.
Oh, he's playing at
Noah
the
goes
edge.
forward, the arrow onto DOS. Isma can block. He doesn't though. Isma just lets DOS take the damage, maybe thinking he was in the way of the Mystic shot. Isma down to half as well.
Noah will not let them anywhere near this Elder. Jungler up in 3 seconds time. Maybe they just start this one off.
They're gonna do it. We've worked out how to get past the curse of EU Ezreal, Betty. Just have a Korean player. It's worked for Fnatic so far. Noah can dive back in, chips away at Isma. They're holding the Elder until Razork is in the vicinity. Humanoid has TP, he's got the package as well. Isma has to pull off a steal, so Endor steals here because it's already down to 3,000. He backs away, Elder secured the whirling death. Not enough, the arrow dodged to the side up at the cease and desist.
Oh, Irrelevant. Well, it's over now. Humanoid TPing. He doesn't have his knockaway. Oh no, I don't remember what that ability's called. Oh no, what happened to it? There it is. Oh, he used it right there. Oh no! It's called Move Bitch, Get Out of the Way. Rip DMX.
Fnatic are able to find the fights that they need to turn this game around. It's heartbreak for SK.
If he has the CC to stop the TP from Humanoid, like I think Niski just wins the game.
Noah once saved the entire animal population of the world, and here he is saved.
Oh, it's ludicrous. My bad.
Fnatic will make it through to the final weekend of winter.
You guys are right. My mistake. Messing up my 2000s rap songs.
Irrelevant was an incredible series. Just was not enough.
That was such a hard game for SK to win, guys.